What? He makes movies too now? Yeah, I heard so too. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a hole in my shorts, which I'm too lazy to fix. Which means if I sit down on the slackline and I'm wearing like these kind of boxer shorts, my balls are gonna drop out. No, you're not gonna see that. I just want you to know I've got balls, right? You know, I'm a man. You know, every man has them. Unless you're a transgender. Then you got no more balls. And also no more gender, because now you're something in between. It was so simple when it was just duality. And maybe that's the problem with oneness. People don't understand it. You know, I may feel connected to a woman. And because I'm so connected to the woman, I want to be the woman, bud. Yeah, and also bud, you know, smoking cannabis dissolves boundaries. If I dissolve my boundaries and I only spend time with people who, you know, want to be transgender, or who want to be women although they're men, or who aren't sure about their place in the universe because they never go into nature, they never challenge themselves like this. I mean, if you wouldn't know what you're doing and you would just suddenly be propelled into the middle of this slackline, you would probably break your neck. I'm just saying, this is like highly... And now I have to get on top of this without falling. Well, that's the good thing about... Yeah. Exactly. Stay away from me. You can sense it. Because I peed here. It's easier if I don't have to talk. It's much easier if I'm all alone. It's much easier if there are no dogs. You know, some people need a challenge, so they get a dog. A dog makes it easier and harder at the same time. You know, it makes it easier because it reminds you have to take care of someone. And that's like the alternative option to having a child. It may even prepare you to have a child at some point. But it certainly gets you out of the house every day. I said, you know, instead of getting a job and working for a dog, and becoming a dog. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. You know, this is like extra challenge. Whoa. Because there's these branches right in my bloody face. This is madness. All right. I'm just gonna give it another go. So the point is always try to focus to the end of the line. It doesn't matter if you're holding. It doesn't matter if you're I mean, this is not a beginner's setup. This is, first of all, that's not a beginner's slackline. Although I believe that no matter what you start with, that's simply your challenge. You know, I like this one much better. I have trouble with the really thick ones. This is 2 centimeters wide or 2.5. There are others that are like 5 centimeters wide. And then you have a ratchet, and you can make it like really super tight. And I don't like that. I like, you know, if I have a bit of slack, so I can use that. You know, I'm an Aquarius, maybe that has something to do with it. You know, I like things that are a bit like smooth, right? And it's also with people. If people are too rigid, I just leave. You know, if you're too rigid on your beliefs, also too rigid on your belief that I should change the way I make my content, that I should only do art and never talk about my emotions, yeah, fuck it. You know, I'm just gonna outright refuse, and that's gonna infuriate you probably. And I'm just gonna smile because, you know, I'm not telling you how to do your job. I'm just making sure you're doing it. You know, I'm just gonna remind you, I'm out there struggling. And you have no excuse because you probably have the money, right? And that's materialism for you. You know. So, you know, you just have to deal with this shit. It's your bloody life. You have to manage to get to the other side. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna start with left this time, which is my supposedly weaker side, which makes sense because it's the feminine. Oh shit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You see, I need my right side. Oh God. It's like, quick check for the balls. The ball. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. You know, I'm certain that even if I would fall here, I know how to fall consciously, which means I can gracefully fall, which is why I never really fall anymore, I think, because I realize once I'm falling, and then I can deal with it. Now, what I thought was why that stuff happened at the end of that birthday party, where I think I invited myself into, which is why whatever happened is presumably my own fault. But that's why I don't give too much of a damn about family sometimes. But I also do realize that without family I also wouldn't be here, but they sometimes forget it. That I'm contributing to the way they feel about life because I'm dealing with a lot of shit. I'm dealing with a lot of their anger. I'm dealing with a lot of their anger. I'm dealing with a lot of their fear. I mean, I'm the guy who wrote the damn book of fear, right? I'm the guy who wrote the damn book of fear. And whether you want it or not, I'm dealing with a lot of your shit. So society can basically kiss my ass because I know what I'm doing. And I know that people who are afraid who go every second weekend on a shopping spree to forget how much they hate their life and just buy things like new clothes and shit. Well, I just wear trousers with holes in because I choose to simply invest my energy into things that help me grow instead of just buy stuff to make me feel better. And that's why, you know, materialism is only gonna get you so far. You know, if you just look at the materialistic approach, you would buy the SLACKline and then you would have it. And you would expect the SLACKline to do it for you. That's what people with cars do. They buy a car and they think, you know, now the car's gonna take care of the weight that I have to hold. You know, it can carry my shopping. What you don't understand is that the car first costs you money and energy, and it's making the air toxic and basically unbreathable. It stinks to heaven. So science, you know, fuck you. And then, what's more, yeah, you have to work extra hard just to have a car to bring you 10 minutes to the supermarket, while what you could have done you could have walked in half an hour. You could have done something for your health. You could have shouldered the weight of your groceries and grown physically and mentally in whatever weather. But instead you take the car, you make the air less breathable, and you think you have the right to do so. I mean, it's already bad enough to buy in supermarkets. But alright, you know, that's what we have. You don't have to make it worse by being a lazy fuck about it. Yeah, but everybody does it, doesn't count anymore. Because we are self-responsible. Each of us has to make choices. And when you know that cars produce toxic waste, then just saying that everybody else does it, you know, doesn't cut it anymore. Because do you want to be a fucking sheep? Or do you want to be a shepherd? Well, if somebody really wants to infuriate you, he's gonna say, yeah, I'd rather be a sheep. Because then I can just stand around and graze. Yeah, then be a fucking sheep. But then don't complain if you're being thrown into the same pit as a wolf. And you're just gonna fucking die, because even a sheep has to know how to defend itself. And if it doesn't know that, well, then it's gonna die. Maybe all of us are sheep. Well, then grow some horns, man. How do you say that? De-domesticate yourself, because it's not just animals that have been domesticated. It's also humans. Everyone basically has been domesticated. And I just think it's sick. And I just like to, you know, grow some teeth, show some balls once in a while. And I mean, we all have buddies. Why do we or you have to feel ashamed, or even I? You know, it's like, yeah, that's a nipple, my friend. You know, if I would be a woman, people would call this an outrage. Why? It's just like, that's teats, man. Everybody looks at the oider, or the udder, I don't know how the word is called, of a cow, without any shame. I mean, I can watch a cow pissing, and I can even point it out and say, hey, look how the cow's pissing. But if a man stands on the side of the road and takes a piss, you know, he has to pay a fine. It's like, what? Like, why?